Welcome. I'm really thrilled that you're here, ready to embark on a joy kit. This joy kit is about circles, and I want to explain it to you, the grandparent, before you get started. So please watch this video before you embark on spreading joy and Jewish legacy. So, how are you going to implement it first? Before you start on the package, one, review it so you feel comfortable and confident that you know what it is. Two, and maybe this is even more important, decide how it's going to be implemented. I do not recommend doing all of the material in one go. It is way too much. If you are local with your grandchildren, and you have them for the whole day, then maybe you talk about it at breakfast and do a little bit later and then have a break and do later. Okay, fine. But if you're local and you spend one afternoon on each section over weeks, that would be the ideal. If your grandkiddos are remote, then well in advance, you need to set up really with your children the set time that you're going to be online with those grand sweeties. Okay, so it really works best in 15-minute chunks. Some of it takes a little bit longer, but you have it set up in advance with them that it's a known entity, that the grandchildren are looking forward to it, that they have that special time with you and they know. So they're already asking, right? Right, mommy? After school, I'm going to be talking to at 4 o'clock, right? You really want them to know in advance and to be excited and looking forward to that time together. I will put in the warning that the first time or two times they don't necessarily know what they're doing and they might not be excited. But the big goal is that when this is done repeatedly, when joy kits are used, it creates joy and excitement and curiosity and enthusiasm and connection and a joyous Jewish legacy. But it has to be done consistently and it has to be done with real buy-in from the children and the grandchildren. All right, now on to this one, circles. I am very excited about circles, and it really, before I even talk about the packet, it connects to what I've just said about all of the whys. A circle. You might be like, what does a circle have to do with anything Jewish? It's just a shape. As you go through the packet, you'll see that it has a lot to do with it, but it has an enormous amount to do with legacy building. You know, when a drop or a pebble gets flicked into water, and you see it makes a circle and then more and more and more concentric rings. So, what is the drop of water that's going in or the pebble that's going in? And what are those concentric rings coming out of it? Are you the center of the legacy? Maybe. Or maybe you're a ring coming out and you are both able to connect into the legacy that was given to you. And then you are spreading it out. And there's really no way of knowing how far out those circles ripple, just that you are playing an active role in it. So, without further ado, let's look at this joy kit. You ready? Here's what it looks like, more or less. And I ask you, you've purchased this, you've received this, and please enjoy it with your grandchildren, but don't just share it with your friends. It's a resource I worked really hard on. All right. And as it says, this joy kit is designed to help grandparents and grandchildren laugh, learn, and share traditions. Each circle you notice now, you notice is also a circle of connection, one that links past, present, and future. So the Y Circles Now video is for you and your grandchildren to enjoy together. If you want less time on a screen, then watch it and explain it in your own words. Okay. And then it's a discussion. What is Rosh? How does this connect to Rosh Hashanah? I went up too high. Sorry. And this should set the tone for what the connection is between circles and Rosh Hashanah. I've tried to keep this packet with less, not Jewish content, but that it is relatable in a more universal way. So I think you'll see it as you go through it, that it really could be enjoyed by children and grandparents, regardless of their observance level or connection. There's something for everybody here. Okay, so those questions maybe are self-explanatory, right? What is the Rosh or Rosh Hashanah? What shape is it? Okay, is it circular? And then there's a story. There's where you can purchase it if you want to have it in advance to read it. And if you don't want to, there's a video of me reading it. Tadeo's Search for Circles. And it's a really sweet story. If you want, watch it beforehand so you know what's going to happen. Ah, and over here on the other side, you can see that there is an orangish yellow rectangle with the push pin on the top. So I have 20 years of experience as an educator. And what I'm giving you in the Joy Kits is tried and true classroom experience of what ignites kids, what excites them, what inspires them, and how they can learn. So any teacher could appreciate what I'm giving you. But as a grandparent, the real are these rectangles. These are the legacy makers. These statements, these questions, these provocations are not necessarily for your grandchild to read, if you want to find, but it's for you to think about and share. These are the places to insert and inspire with your own personal experience. Legacy making notes. And you'll see them throughout the packet. Okay, so Tadeo's, and then we go down and it's a deeper discussion about circles. And also you're going to want to be catering this to the age of your grandchildren. So if you're doing it in a small group, you have to find somewhere in the middle, which is how teachers work, that every kid gets it. And maybe you're doing with cousins together that are on the same Zoom or in the same place and trying to make it engaging for all of them. You'll see what works, what doesn't. You'll get a feel for it. I believe in you. You can do this. All right, so there's more questions and another box. And now as we get to the second part, it's more active. But again, as I said, this could be broken into very small sections. So if we go back up to the top, why circles now in a discussion and building the background, that could be 15 minutes. That could be done. That's it. And hopefully the kids want more. If that isn't enough or it doesn't go very far, you could go on to do story time, but that really is a 15-ish minute chunk by itself. Going deeper, you can choose how to break it up. The second page of the packet is more activity-based, so it's a lot more fun. So you might want to scatter them, and again, you'll know best when you've looked it all over. So once we get to circle activities section, we have a scavenger hunt, and you can either click the link or you'll see the page at the bottom. So once you go past this, you'll get the scavenger hunt, and I recommend reading it over again first, just so, oh no, when I say, I think it's even in the instructions, this can be enjoyed in a variety of ways, work together, race against each other, go for a walk, and look, set a timer, and so you can find the most, come back to compare. But read the prompts together first to ensure you're all prepared for the challenge. It might be that your grandchildren are not readers at all, and then you'll really have to be with them. But if they're towards the older end, you still want to make sure they know all of the words. Now, if you've taken the personality quiz and you know what type of grandparent you are, and it's really less about, well, it's most about passing on knowledge and facts. So here I have vocabulary words built in so that you can teach them some vocabulary along the way. If you're the more funny type, you can try to make it a little bit more silly. Put in your own challenge. If they are children that can write, then they are really writing down the words in the lines. If not, they're going to report back to you. Really, you're going to want to tailor make it to them. That's the first challenge. The second challenge, it explains. I'm just going to scroll down to it, is a circle challenge. Here you just have a page of circles, but what can you turn them into? Oh, I tried to pause it because somewhere I have a page done. I forgot to have it on the ready. Oh no, hold on. Thanks for being patient. Here's a sample of a completed one. So we take the circles and we can turn them to all different circle images. This, if you are the creative connector, this is such a fun opportunity with your grandchildren to explore, and you can do it in all different types of challenging ways. You're doing one, they're doing the other, you're doing it together. How silly can you make them? How serious can you make them? Should be a lot of fun. There's two different pages included. This page has larger circles and fewer of them for younger grandchildren or those that are less engaged in working on pencil grip and writing and coloring. And then these are smaller for those really up for the challenge. And maybe you get the smaller page and they get the larger page and it's a competition and who can do it better, or you start on the smaller one and you raise the stakes, or you have older grandchildren and they get the harder one along with the younger ones who get the easier page. Right? You hear where we're going with this? And that's the circle challenge. It's really a lot of fun. Okay. And the scavenger hunt, as it mentions in here, it doesn't have to be done. Like it could even be done on Shabbat if you're together or outside on a nature walk. You don't have to be tied in if you have that freedom of being near them and you can be outside. Um, I'll say it a few times, right? You're going to look this over and be prepared so that if you meet entirely on Zoom, WhatsApp, Skype with your grandchildren, that your children are prepared with having been able to print out the pages and have markers or colored pencils on the ready, right? It only is going to work if you have real buy-in and planning, grand planning done. And that's again where we can do some coaching to really talk about the language and the ability to succeed in the implementation of joy packets. All right. So coming back to the kit. So those were our two circle challenges, the scavenger hunt and the circle coloring. It's really fun, I promise. And here we have circle science, which I just think is neat. And if you wanted to break up on the first page with something a little smaller, and you are into showing videos to your grandchildren, this is about centrifugal force and how things become round and why planets are round. So there's a video, and again, you could test it out with anything that's kind of smushy to see how when you roll it and roll it, it becomes a ball. It's cool. Okay. Then the moment that you may have always been waiting for, which is what is the food-related item in this joy kit? And Rosh Hashanah has many, many foods. Um, I really went back and forth. Did we talk about the round challah? Should I talk about it directly? Should this be something that you say or realization that your grandchildren have? So Annie wrote it in brackets. I want you to think about round chalot. Can you make them with your grandchildren? Is that going to be a possibility? Do you have a story to tell? And that's where we have the memory thing, the legacy rectangle of what can you include? What is your own family tradition around food? About Rosh Hashanah? Sephardim, it's amazing. Ashkenazim, it's delicious. Can't go wrong with the Rosh Hashanah food. But to make it back to circles, I have a honey cookie recipe that I'm a big fan of. That's easy. But again, if you're doing it remotely, you're going to have that buy-in and those ingredients ready on the other side. So it's not the easiest thing, and food might be more of story time and less of baking. And then we come to reflection. And part of it is reflecting on your year. So here we have a memory circle There's a honey cookie recipe. They're really delicious. I'm a big, big fan. And I've done these with students for years, and they always go down very well, and they're non-dairy, and can't pretend like they're healthy, but they're delicious. And here we have a circle memory where you are going to write about or draw, reflect on something from your year. And here I really want you to be able to create a keepsake, a memory, and you're going to make one, and your grandchildren can make one, and you're really going to encourage everybody in your family to make them so that you can create a collection of these circles and maybe revisit them each year close to Rosh Hashanah and see of how you've gone and how it's changed. So circle of memory box to or bind them together to make a circle booklet. Then to reflect, you've done all this learning together. If you do each thing in a 15-minute installment, this is hours of time together. What was their favorite part of the Joy Kit so that you know what they value? Did they learn anything? I know they did. But they want to be able to tell you with confidence what they learned. And then I would love for you to share it. I want to see what you did. I want to see this come into action. I want to see how you've been able to connect with and grow. So please email them to me or share them to the Facebook group. This is Grand Plan coming into action. I want to know that the joy of these joyous Jewish legacies are coming together. And I really appreciate you embarking on this with me and with your grand offspring. Shana Tova.